Okay, listen. Why do people get so upset when content creators are successful? This is something I've thought about a lot. I think it's because a lot of people are suffering, or one, there's two reasons. One, envy, obviously, jealousy, normal experience. Most people feel it. And two, a lot of content creators are Normans. We're not like built brands or products that are readily consumable by the broadest majority of the audience, like Hollywood celebrities are. So that's why they're like, we're so accessible, and we don't get the fucking shape up that like the every Hollywood celebrity does. Okay. Test 1, 2, 3. Test XQC. What? What are you testing? Also, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know enough about it, but from judging by what I learned from the Super Mega podcast that we did, he probably does have some. He probably does have some trauma. But regardless, the point I was going to make here is that these content creators, influencers, YouTubers are closer to the average person, like the Norman, and they oftentimes live like a fucking Norman. You know what I mean? So for that reason, regardless of the ungodly amounts of money that content creators might make, people look at that and go, I could be like that guy. Okay? So what the fuck? Why does he have what I don't? You know what I mean? What does he have that I don't have? Fuck that guy. And it's just that's where it comes from. Because they like see, I think they see the luck playing a factor in this situation, and it's like more readily available to them. They see it, and then they just get mad about it. Almost like another media cast, like how there used to be D-list, how people are ranked, etc. Undeserving of success for doing something that's easy is what they think. Yeah. Also, people are poor while some people are making 10x more than they need is not just jealousy and envy for some. No, I agree. I do recognize that. No, it's about absolutely no one deserving that much money, not fucking jealousy. I mean, I agree. I don't disagree with you. I think that it is insane amounts of money. He agrees. But the question wasn't why are people immediately readily yelling at these guys? The question also is why are people yelling at these guys and not like fucking Joe Schmo, Brad Pitt, or any other fucking celebrity superstar? And that's because when you yell about fucking Angelina Jolie, she's not going to hear that. She doesn't give a fuck. She's living in a fucking chateau with like 11 children, dog. Okay? She's like a deity at this point. You understand? Meanwhile, YouTube celebrities are just fucking dickheads. And Twitch celebrities are even bigger dickheads than YouTube celebrities. Okay? That's it. That's the main difference between someone who is like a musician or someone who is an artist or a Hollywood celebrity and someone who is not. People who are on the internet, people who are e-celebs are closer to the average person, and that's true because they don't have like a gigantic fucking they don't have like gigantic teams that have completely removed them from this earth. Some people do that. You know what I mean? It's just they're not as out of touch. YouTube celebrities, Twitch celebrities, like e-celebrities are sometimes super out of touch, but they're not as out of touch. And they're not as far removed from like the Norman existence. You know? Nobody at the end of the day is saying anything about the money Harry Styles makes. Exactly. People don't even say that about Markiplier. The only reason why people in this chat are now chiming in about Markiplier is because the title of this YouTube video is how Markiplier made $38 million on YouTube. That's it. I've never heard a motherfucker be like, yo, Mr. Beast is making too much money. Markiplier is making too much money. They don't even say that about them. And the reason is because it's just not like it's in front of you. That's it. You're saying YouTube/content creators are easier to bully? Yes, because our content is like the way we make content, okay? The way celebrities make content for the most part, especially Twitch, is with a back and forth, a steady, constant flow of communication with an audience. It relies on a back and forth with the audience itself. You can directly comment on it and have feedback on your comment. But yeah, say that about Nicole Kidman. Good luck. She's not gonna hear it. She doesn't give a fuck. She's sleeping on a fucking pile of dollary dues. Says you ignore us all the time. I wish I ignored you motherfuckers more. Probably think YouTube celebrities do less labor than people like Harry Styles, but in reality, they probably do way more labor than regular celebrities. 100%. E-celebs, for the most part, are unironically like YouTubers and I mean, it depends. It's so different. It's such a broad range. But a lot of people end up unironically doing like e-celebs end up unironically doing a lot more fucking of the workload themselves than people that are placed into a machine, basically. People are quick to get jealous and say, I can do that, but can't even commit an hour a day to the gym. I mean, it's not just that, man. There's a lot going on, okay? It is a lottery, for sure. Industry celebrities are literally deified through every single facet of the media. And yes, a lot of people who think they're above that kind of consumption, a lot of people who think that they're above that are not. That's the reason why you are literally going and waiting in a line for 14 hours to kiss the queen's feet, okay? To stare at like an empty coffin. Because you are socially conditioned. You're not above propaganda. You're not above PR. You're not above marketing. You're not above everyone fucking telling you that a thing is supposed to be a certain way. You get it? People defending Mark and Hasan right now sound like what capitalists sound like sometimes. It's so fucking ironic. Let me fade out. This discussion is depressing. Who the fuck is defending me? What the fuck are you talking about? Also, there is no need in this circumstance. In ContraPoint's video about envy, yes. Especially when it comes down to I don't know, me in this field, in this avenue, I never get fucking defended on this shit. You and Mark equals the same. You both made 38 million on YouTube, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah. At the end of the day, they made that money on their own merit, not by exploiting workers and extracting their value. Yeah. I read an article that you got banned and yet you're here. What is this? Someone write about how I got banned on TikTok or something? Lefties who hate on content creators who mostly made their initial money from their own labor come across as the stereotypical jealous loser. Focus on the people who own their oil reserves, mineral water, lumber rights, etc. Yeah. Um, Reminds me, I saw someone on Twitter saying that YouTube content creators are exploiting other content creators by doing React videos. What's your take on that? I don't think it is because some content is created for that purpose, but I thought it was interesting. Yeah, that's a never-ending saga. All content is derivative. All art is derivative. React content is literally the name of the game. Everybody fucking does it, and then everybody complains about it. It doesn't really matter. Most content creators recognize that like React content is unironically a good thing for them on their personal brand. But there are some who want to make content out of claiming that it's not. And the only people who fail to recognize that it is ultimately a good thing for everybody involved in it are the people who are watching. But the people who still love watching the React content are the very same people who say, oh, it's probably a bad thing. It's probably unethical. We've done it so many times. We've had this conversation so many times. So, yeah. Honestly, it's a hidden game. I didn't hit the lottery too much. Overwhelming. Original vid takes weeks. React takes 15 minutes. That's tough. Yeah, it does. You're right about that. Except, with the exception of like 3 to 4 fucking people, the overwhelming majority of people who spend months and months on making their videos, unironically, will be in my DMs being like, hey, can you react to my latest video? I don't know what you're talking about. But you as a chatter don't recognize that. You as a viewer don't recognize that for some reason. But when a content creator tells you that, that is the case. A content creator who has made original content himself and does React content now. HasanAbi takes more than 50 minutes. Yeah, I know. Easy to hate on someone who's made it because the haters look at that life and think of what they do with that success, but in reality, they'd probably be the exact same way and probably do a lot worse without money and fame. Maybe. As you currently turned a 3-minute clip into a 15-minute discussion. Yes. I like to use, for me, I like to use like videos as a jump off point to make a broader point of mine, to deliver a broader point of mine, get that across. Are there certainly moments where I'm just purely reacting because I think the content is entertaining and it will be entertaining for the stream? Absolutely. But overall, the way I use reactions is by using it as supplementary for the most part. I do it regularly. I do it for news content all the time. I know the story that I'm going to cover, but I do think that the better part is getting the news bits out, getting the informational bits out in the most effective way possible, and then reacting to it on top of that. But most people, for the most part, edit a video, cut it, and upload it to YouTube because they want the broadest audience possible to see it. I agree with that. That's mostly why you cover the Queen's death coverage. Exactly. The Queen's death coverage is such a good jump off point for numerous different perspectives that I can that I can elaborate on. You know what I mean? I think I got like 5K subs after he reacted to 2 of my videos. Lol, Azure scapegoat, and here he is freeloading. Okay? Not even fucking subscribed. See that? No, I'm kidding. You make great videos, man. How much was that shirt? Free 99, baby. Teddy Fresh, my co-host, makes these. So I don't know how much it is actually. Champagne, thank you for the 5. Get the subs. No one cares if you react to a. It's actually a good point that no one cares about you reacting to news clips or articles. Only random YouTubers. No one cares if you react to a multi-million-dollar news corporation clip, but if you bring exposure to a small YouTuber, everybody goes crazy. No, that's not even true. Small YouTubers love that shit. That's the other part. There are infinitely less smaller content creators who hate people reacting to their content than there are the other way around. There's like the one main guy who fucking hated it literally said, I want him to react to my shit. I don't care. I want him to react to my shit. There's only one fucking dude I can think of who it's not even a lot of people is what I'm saying. Most people just want to make. That was one aspect of your MasterChef coverage that didn't get enough notice. No other reactor talk about the politics of stuff or stuff like Joe's mom having a slave or anything like that. Yeah. I was agreeing with you. No, I know. Shirt is $95 on the Teddy Fresh site, by the way, chat. There you go. Videos themselves are a form of advertisement too. Creators both need new eyes to retain eyes if they're ever going to grow. Yes.